Okay. Hi, my name's Haley Porter, and I did Mrs. Faust's class in her classroom. I had her in a legit class period last semester.
My name's Hannah Miller, and I took her class as more of an online course. I didn't have room in my schedule to take it as an actual class period, so I had to take it kind of on the side. And I did like the same materials, quizzes, activities, and tests that everyone else did, but I just didn't have a designated class period for it.
hmm So today we're just basically going to be talking about the basic rundown of like what we did every day in class, how we interpreted it, and how it just benefited us. So for the first thing, I'm just going to talk to you about what I did in class every day. So I would come into class and I would get on my laptop and everything is on a website. I have all my resources, I can look at what my quizzes look like. So I would print off everything that I needed to fill out, such as like papers and worksheets, and then I would watch videos that would teach me. And it's not like I'm learning from the internet and not from her. She makes these videos as if she was teaching in class. And so I would take my notes, and if I had any like open spots where I was like, I didn't really get this, I could go up and ask her for it. And then once I was done with that and I looked over it and I knew the information and retained it, I could go and pick up a quiz and take that. And I would take it and then I would turn it into her. She would grade it and pass it back. And what's really cool is that she would give us the option to correct it. So it's not like in a normal class where if you get a grade, that's your grade forever and you can't change it. For her, once you take a quiz and you're like, oh, okay, this makes more sense now. I can retain this and like I know the actual answer. You can fix it and then turn it in for full credit. And then when it comes to the test, that's when you get your like permanent grade. So
My experience was fairly similar. I did have to do every single like worksheet and quiz and test that everyone else did. I did have like less time to do it, but I still ended up getting good grades in the class and I could figure everything out and I understood everything. And I think that this experience was so much better than any online class that I've ever taken because since I'm going for like an honors diploma, I have to take extra courses. And for this class, which was it's a required class, so I had to do this class while I'm taking my extracurricular courses. And I just like it so much better than an online class, like a pure online class, just because I have the option to get help from an actual teacher in my building. So, like, if I'm taking an online class, I have to email a teacher or text a teacher, and then it's this whole process just to get one answer question or like one question answered. But when I'm in the building with the teacher and I know that she knows what she's doing and she's a really amazing teacher, then I can just go to her and she can explain it to me. And it's so much easier than if I had to email a teacher online. So.
and then my next topic is going to be time management. And this, before I had never really like gotten a sense of time management because you can obviously hear kids talking about like, oh, I waited till the last second to do this. Well, like you can do that the whole semester for this class, and you can also work really far ahead. So it just depends on how you want to interpret it. What I liked is she gave us a calendar at the beginning, and she filled out where we should be during each week. So like your first week of the first semester, you should do chapter one and be fully done with it. And then chapter two might take you like a week and a half, and she just has all the set dates. Now for me, I like to work ahead, so I did chapter one, I'd say in like 3 days. And then if I get to chapter two and I'm struggling on it a little more than like other people, I can take those extra days that are built in to get extra help, and it won't count against me because I don't get it just as quick. So that's a really nice aspect of it.
I really enjoy that she like gives us a calendar and then we can kind of self-pace ourselves. It is a self-paced class, but I do like that she has some kind of way like guidelines for us.
Mm-hmm.
And also like the questions and quizzes that we take, we have chapter tests, and then within those tests we have quizzes for each point that we have to go through. So when we go through each point and each quiz, then it's repetition of questions, and we're repeating these questions so much that we just retain them so much easier than in other classes because for this class, we can go back to the computer and rewatch the videos. And if we don't completely understand it, then we can keep watching the videos until we do, or we can just ask her for help. But like in a regular classroom, if the teacher's up front teaching and then they could move on too fast, and one student may not be at the same place that another student is. So if that one student is struggling, then the teacher may never know. But in this sort of situation, you're on your own, so you know what your like pace is and you know how far you can go. But it's really nice to be able to work on your own and have her there too. So plus like the repetition of questions, you retain the information so much easier than in a regular classroom.
And also with that, with always having to like retain everything and like knowing the questions, I still know questions and I'm learning a whole new subject. I'm in economics right now and I could still like take my final and probably do just as good as I did. And that's also because is that we have our binders where we print out all of our resources from that online and we put them into this binder and we have them for the whole semester. So anytime we have like another test or another quiz and we're like, oh, I need to study this, we can instantly go back and find it versus in another class where you just have to retain the information in your head from like what a teacher has been saying.
I think that's about it.
So, in conclusion, I really like this class, and I think we would benefit more if more classes work this way. Just because I have all the resources in front of me, this teaches me how to really manage my time wisely, and I think this really prepares me for like a college class at least. Yeah.
Definitely.
So, that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you.